I'm sorry, Blazers fans, but it might be time to start watching college player highlights because y'all really don't have any hope. I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, look, you're only ahead of the San Antonio Spurs and Houston Rockets. They've been trying to get Victor Wembanyama. You're the 13th seed, a couple games behind the Pelicans, who are 12th. And also, in this simulation, Klay Thompson won Finals MVP. The media would be going crazy if Steph didn't win the Finals MVP again. But anyways, we got the 10th pick in this draft. Everybody's getting traded off the team, and we're going to build something new with this roster. I want to go ahead and start off by trading away Anthony Simons and getting some valuable draft capital in this year's first round from the Oklahoma City Thunder. I tried to finesse some more picks, but the Thunder weren't going for that. I mean, not surprising. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. We know how they are about their picks, but ultimately we were able to get 3 firsts in this year's draft by trading away Anthony Simon, Nas Little, and I think a future second. Now we are going to go ahead and trade Yusuf Nurkic, and this is like L2K logic, but we're going to go get Walker Kessler because why not? I think he can be really good for the team. In real life, they wouldn't go for that, but hey, it's 2K, so we're going to go ahead and do it. The Raptors, unfortunately, we can't go out and trade for the number 1 overall pick, which they somehow got, and the Spurs are here at 2. So, since we have to trade Shadon Sharpe anyways, might as well go ahead and try to make a move for that 2nd overall pick. We got those picks from the Oklahoma City Thunder, so now I'm going to turn around and use those to go out and get that 2nd pick. So boom, we might not have Victor Wembanyama, which it would have been really cool to have him on the team, but we do have Scoot Henderson. He is the guy who it seems like is going to be the consensus number 2 pick, so why not go ahead and draft him? And I also went ahead and drafted Cam Whitmore with our 10th overall pick. That was the pick that we landed in the lottery. So hopefully he'll be able to help the team. I really don't know college ball at all, so I could not tell you what he's good at or anything, but he's on the team. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these team options for guys that were previously on the roster, but I'm going to do that just so I can go out and trade them. We can probably finesse some future draft picks because 2K's logic is really bad. So we're going to be able to get a first round pick and James Bouknight for a couple of the guys that we picked up the player options on. And then I went ahead and added another future first round pick and Charles Bassey. Went ahead and got even more draft capital. That's really the priority here early on. But of course, we do have to trade Damian Lillard. I was going to try to trade him to New York. I wanted to make this somewhat realistic and trade him to a team that I felt like he could have a chance to compete on. Because if the Blazers did ever trade Damian Lillard, I feel like they'd want to do right by him. But the New York Knicks were being way too greedy. Like, I even went ahead and took away Emmanuel Quickley in this trade. Y'all think you're a championship contender? You would be if you got Damian Lillard, Mitchell Robinson, and RJ Barrett. Mitchell Robinson does not want to be there. He's talking about, oh, I'm just getting cardio playing for this team. Y'all won't give me him and RJ Barrett for Damian Lillard. He's a 95 overall in this game, by the way. So we're going to go to the Pelicans. A duo of him and Zion Williamson, and he'd also reunite with CJ McCollum. That doesn't sound too bad either, but I'm going to want a lot of draft capital from y'all to make this happen. But of course, they're being very greedy. If you think you're a championship contender, why wouldn't you want to add Damian Lillard? We saw the Suns do it. They were trying to compete, and they went ahead and they added Kevin Durant, but they gave up a lot of picks to do that, and we finally did make the trade go down. I got absolutely fleeced, but we're just going to keep it pushing. We're in free agency, got a lot of cap space because I traded away so many players, went ahead and went after Austin Reeves, and also Kristaps Porzingis. These guys probably won't stick around for too long. Maybe Austin Reeves will because he is younger, but the main idea is crazy. What are we summarizing the text? But the main idea here is to go ahead, try and get some young talent for the team, see how guys develop, and if it doesn't work out, we can just go ahead and trade them later on. So that's pretty much the plan here. In this first season, yeah, it's going to be a little ugly. I'm not going to lie. 15-30 is kind of wild. But since we are so bad at basketball, we can go ahead and look at trades for Kristaps Porzingis. See if we could get younger, maybe get some draft picks. And Alperen Sengun popped up in the trade finder. Don't know why the Rockets would want to do this, but hey, we went ahead and just swapped Kristaps for Alperen Sengun. Thought that was an absolutely great move. We actually won a few more games than I would have liked on the season, getting at 33 wins, which was probably pretty close to where we were at last season. And Scoot Henderson was also the Rookie of the Year. So, hey, Victor Wembanyama, who? Scoot Henderson was out here doing his thing this season. Really nice season from Scoot Henderson. And then overall, other guys filled out the scoring, but Scoot being the leading scorer in his first season is a good sign of things to come. Of course, we weren't in the playoffs. We were watching from our couches. And this year, the Atlanta Hawks made the finals to face the Grizzlies. I'm telling y'all, I say it almost every video. Since the Hawks, I probably have been saying it in every video lately, but since the Hawks got Quinn Snyder, they got crazy. And apparently, the Chicago Bulls had our pick. I don't know how, but they had our pick. Luckily, we do have the 4th, 5th, and 8th pick, but the Bulls have 1 and 2. I was going to load in a draft class, but this auto-generated draft class is actually really cool. And you get to see some guys who are like different names than you would normally see in the draft classes, and 2K auto-generated a fire draft. So, I went ahead and drafted Donnie Dennis. He's an 80 overall center, only 20 years old. Thought that was a solid pick there. And then I was looking at trades for Brandon Ingram on draft night. And we were able to go ahead and get Donnell Terrell, who is actually the 1st overall pick in this year's draft. We did have to give up the 8th overall pick as well, but I don't really care, to be honest. And ultimately, I also ended up drafting Kevin Byers with another one of our picks that was the 5th overall pick, and he's not very good. He's an old head rookie, 78 overall at 22 years old. Bro, you're a super senior. Why are you in this draft? This is wild. But hey, overall, I think it was a W draft. Plus, we've still got cap space to go out and use in free agency. I'm going after DeJounte Murray this year. There were some better options, but they didn't want to sign with our garbage franchise that's been struggling. But don't worry, we're going to get here. And that's no disrespect to the Blazers. I'm talking about myself. I did a bad job rebuilding year 1. I didn't do a bad job, but I was trying to tank. But ultimately, by the end of this video, the Portland Trail Blazers will be lifting up the championship trophy. And this year's trade deadline is a step towards that. I'm looking at teams that are selling and rebuilding, and the what team is this? The Denver Nuggets. They were selling, and guess who they have? Nikola Jokic. Jokic wasn't untouchable, which meant maybe I could go out and get the Joker. I feel like I've never pulled off a trade for Mr. Jokic, so this would be really cool. I'd be really excited about this one. And ultimately, it did take a lot, but with the addition of this last first-round pick I could fit in the trade, we were able to make it happen. Nikola Jokic is a Portland Trail Blazer. Are you serious? Untouchables are on, but we were able to make this happen. That's wild, man. I really do this, okay? I really do this. And we were able to make a trade happen for Keegan Murray. And also, if you're still watching, you're enjoying the video, I just traded for Nikola Jokic, so you might as well subscribe. And boom, we were able to go out and get Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren. Come on, man, I'm cooking. Who let me in the kitchen? Because they made the right decision. I am cooking right now. I'm on my Gordon Ramsay stuff. Who else cooks? The one dude, Eddie Gourmand from Garfield. I'm on that. If you know, you know, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and keep it pushing to the end of the season where we are playing some beautiful basketball. Jokic probably threw a couple passes. You know, he probably went and visited his horses, told him about how great the season was going, and boom, we are here. He's the number 1 first team something like that. He's on All-NBA first team, and we were the number 1 seed this season. Oh my goodness, man. This rebuild is going beautifully. But I have like a sneaky suspicion we're not going to be good enough this year. I feel like we're 1 year away. A lot of our guys are really young, and even though we were the 1 seed, I think we might need more progression from our players. And in round number 1, that's kind of showing. The Dallas Mavericks are competing with us, and they're the A seed. We're the 1 seed. We should be winning this. And we have to go to 7 against Dallas in just the first round. Luckily, though, we were able to get a huge W, winning by 26 points. Jaden Ivey, 23, and then all the other guys filled out the scoring. Jokic had some assists and stuff. Luka Doncic, mid-game by Luka standards. years. I mean, he was only averaging like a little over 30. I don't even think he didn't even have the triple-double average. So we went ahead and got out of there in the first round. Round number 2, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been progressing really well in the Sims lately. His overall super high. I think it might just be off the roster update, though. He's been hooping to his credit. Well, anyways, he dropped us off. The Houston Rockets make the NBA Finals and end up winning it, led by Jalen Green. Like I said, I had a feeling we might be frauds this year, but don't even worry about it, because I'm not worried. I've got a plan. We will be back, and we'll be at even better strength for this next playoff run. I was able to go ahead and add Jrue Holiday in free agency, so that was a solid pickup, except he's old and he ended up regressing. So, I mean, he can be a cheerleader for us or something. Sorry, Jrue. But we're going to go ahead and keep it pushing to the next season. This is the 2025-2026 season, aka the year we get a ring. 34-14 on the year, and don't worry, I'm going to look to make some upgrades at the trade deadline. There was an opportunity to go out and add De'Aaron Fox and Walker Kessler. I couldn't pass that up. Now we're going to have De'Aaron and Scoot Henderson as our guards for this team. Plus, we got Jaden Ivey. Oh, my goodness. And just to fill out the depth a little bit more, we kind of had too many big men. I went ahead and got Isaac Okoro and Mo Wagner. So now I traded 2 bigs and just got 1 back. So that should help out with the problem that we had too many bigs, right? So, I mean, look at the rotation, the little bar graph that shows all the minutes. Is that what it's called? I think it's a line graph, something like that. Sorry, my math teacher, if you're watching this video, but yeah, the minutes are all uneven and stuff, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna win. We're going off good vibes and basketball, Jokic passes and stuff. We win the Coach of the Year, or we don't win. Chauncey won it, and Jokic was on All-NBA first team once again. So I'm really optimistic about our chances this year. I feel like we're better this year. We won 63 games. Our team made significant upgrades, or actually I'm taking credit for that. I made significant upgrades at the trade deadline. That was all me, okay? That was all me. So in round number 1, we've got the Denver Nuggets, Jokic's former team. Come on, Jokic. You can't go out like this to your former basketball team. Yeah. We gave him a couple games. He was just messing around with y'all. And then we went ahead and took the series. Now, this Thunder team, I'm not going to lie, they look pretty tough. But guess what? We're more tougher. We've been in the gym. We're definitely strong like that. Come on now. Let's get this dub. Okay, see. Okay, yeah, y'all got your game. Now we're going to move on to the conference finals where we've got the Pelicans. And if you remember, Damian Lillard himself is on the team. This is going to be wild. I'm sorry, Dame, but we're going to have to drop you off en route. Oh, that was a nice little old head saying. En route to the NBA Finals. Okay, maybe not. I owe you an apology. I wasn't familiar with your game. All right, man, we got to shorten up the rotation because we cannot get dropped off by Damian Lillard after we traded him. Nah, that can't happen. All right. We shortened up the rotation to an 8-man, and in game number 6, it worked beautifully. 23-point win. Nikola Jokic, 31 points on the night. And Damian Lillard, who? The watch was broken. It's not Dame time anymore. Oh my goodness, 10 points is crazy. And we're moving on to the NBA Finals against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Nobody even went that crazy for us. It was a little team effort, you know what I mean, to go ahead and get that win. And Damian Lillard, oh my goodness, 13 points. That's not going to cut it. He forgot he was on the Pelicans. He was like, oh, I got to get the Blazers a ring. He forgot he's not on the team anymore. And this team, the Hornets, yeah, they have LaMelo Ball, but like, we should most definitely be better. I'm not even too worried. Let's go ahead and let's make the rotation back to a 10-man so our guys don't get too tired. And even with that 10-man rotation, give me game 1, give me game 2. Okay, they took a game. You know, it was just a consolation game. Okay, they took 2 games. Okay, we're going to a game 7. All right, maybe I underestimated y'all. We'll go ahead and put it back to an 8-man rotation. And in game 7, it comes down to the wire. LaMelo Ball has the ball in his hands. He's isoing, but he's able to find a open Jonathan Isaac. John Isaac for 3. He's sold. Let's go. We're NBA champions. Let's go, man. This was a really fun rebuild. I love the roster that we built in this one. We were able to trade for Nikola Jokic and most importantly, bring a ring to Portland. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Had a ton of fun making it for y'all. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.